Well, so far I think that peace has been restored in the bee yard. The bee yard of 3. And then there were 3. So far I've been able to be outside and gardening and enjoying my deck and doing all kinds of things out here without any mean bees. So I think we have seen the last of them, hopefully. But these are very, very busy today. I just watered some flowers here that are blooming and trying to get kind of things going here. We've had no rain. It's very, very dry. But I think I'm going to check in these colonies and see how they're doing. This is the time of day, though, if they're going to swarm, that they're usually swarming. But I think I did lose a swarm last week. I set up that swarm trap over here. So I set up this swarm trap last week. It's got 8 frames of comb and some old brood in there. Put a little lemongrass oil in it. Set it up right here, hoping that if I do have any swarms, maybe they'll enjoy that. There are a few little stragglers that are kind of going in there to check things out, but I don't think it's anything to note. So we'll see, but I'm going to check the hive soon. This is my view when I'm looking outside my kitchen window. You can see the bees flying, and usually I can peek over here and kind of see what they're doing down below. But it made me want to come outside and see. Because if they swarm, it's this time of day. And this hive right here is really full. That's one I'm going to really focus on today when I inspect. All right, so here I am out in the bees, and I did not light a smoker, so we'll see if I'm going to regret that, or if they are going to be fine. So I added this super on a few weeks ago. Let's see what they're doing with it. Generally, if the bees are happy in spring, you don't even need a smoker, but the smell is so good. There's that telltale sign of a healthy hive, and one of them is the smell. Oh boy, let's take one of these frames and look at it. Honey, 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 honey. Look at that. Honey. The next frame over looks just like it. Awesome. And we'll take off this and just peek down in the brood boxes here. If I can get this off. Oh, it's heavy. Watch my step. As I didn't do. Oh. Ooh, that's heavy. Make sure my thing is closed. This is the hive that had the possibly leftover mean bees in it that migrated over here. And I don't have, like I said, I don't have my smoker. Might be getting it after I pop this queen excluder. Ooh. Buzzing me a little. This is all honey. That'll give us some room to move some of these other ones out of the way. I was just in here not too long ago. Peeked in to make sure everything's okay. I don't see any hive beetles or pests that we should worry about right this minute. Drone brood, lots of regular brood. Look at that brood frame. Healthy queen, healthy hive. Now what I could do is tilt this box up and look for queen cells. But I have an inkling this might be the one that swarmed, but I'm not sure. It had so many queen cells before. Oh yeah. Yep. And they've got this one filled with nectar. There's a queen cell, there's a queen cell. There's a queen cell. So that's 2. I don't think that's a queen cell. I had knocked quite a few of them down when I was in this last. But I did have a colony swarm. If you saw my video of my swarm up in the trees, it took off. Queen's doing a great job. Woo, just a brood full frame there. All right, now let's see. 1, 2 more queen cells. No, that's 1. I don't think it is. So 4 that I'm counting on these frames. That box below I'm not going to get into, but it could even have more. And what I could do if I found eggs is make a split. I'd have to do it with the deep frames. I prefer to do it with the deep frames down below if I found the queen. But that's a big if when they get all these bees. When they have all these bees. Yeah, they're buzzing me. They don't like me getting into them when they're making honey. But the greatest thing is I've been out in the yard gardening and walking around watering a little bit, and there have been no mean bees coming after me like they did. So that's a big win. I had 8 colonies last summer, and during honey harvest, and it was just too much for me. I'll take up to 2 more colonies, but I can't handle more than 5 because it's just a lot to keep up with, and a lot of supplies. I ended up buying a lot of supplies. Get this queen excluder back on. Good thing I did Pilates today, huh? Oh. I'm going to close y'all back up, and I'm going to make a note on the box. Maybe I should add another super. I could do that. It is so dry, I don't want to light my smoker over here because it could be dangerous, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I got a honey super full of frames here. to add. So let me pop this again. Sorry, bees. When a honey super is filled about 80%, and the frames are filled about 80%, you can add another super, or that's when you should add another super. And what I'm going to do here to entice them upward is get one of these frames that's mostly filled. I'm going to add it to the super that I'm going to put on, and I'm going to put a more empty frame down below. Get them to draw out the comb. You see this one? Hadn't even been drawn out, so let's see if I can get another one here. This one that I pulled originally. Bees are like, what the heck? You just took us out. Now you're gonna... I'll put another one. This will make them think they've got a little room too to breathe. So I'm gonna turn that around. I had written on that. Okay. Move these over. Remember, these are all above the queen excluder. Good to go. Added super. So let me make a note that I did, in fact, add a super. Okay, very good. Now we're gonna switch, pivot, and check this one. It's almost getting taller than me. I don't know if I can. Woo! Let's see what these bees are up to. Let's see what this honey super's looking like. Well, they're capping it. See, this side right here is almost completely capped. So is the one next to it. Let me pull one on the few frames back. Because if we add another super, we'll make sure we've got the population to support that. Oh boy, look at that nectar. Look at that fresh nectar. Oops. Drawn cone and fresh nectar. Nothing better. Nothing better. So, that's not quite capped. Let's check this one. Probably could wait a little bit of time since they don't have all of them completely 80% capped. They're dehydrating it, and you can tell it's not glistening. It's like they've dehydrated it partially, and they're getting ready to cap that. It's just amazing. Okay. Ooh, that's heavy. These honey supers get heavy. Ugh. Oh boy. Wish I could weigh that. It's gotta be 100 pounds. Queen excluder. What do we notice? Well, I see a hive beetle. Some old Swiffers that were capturing those hive beetles. Throw those away and put some fresh on there. A little bit smaller colony. They could have been the one that swarmed. Oh, there's an emerged queen cell, an open queen cell. I don't think that was the one that I busted open, but I can't remember, but right there. Usually, one that hatched will have the little top chewed off. Oh yeah. Hatched. Another one they're filling up. 1, 2. Nectar on this frame. So this is a little smaller looking. They could have definitely been the ones that swarmed. Nectar. There's a third queen cell. Fourth. That one almost looks like queen is ready to be. Oh, she looks like she I don't know if you can see that. It looks like she chewed out the side. Is that a queen in there or another bee? It doesn't look like a queen that I can see. Things that make you go, The back end doesn't look like a queen. But this bee is like all the way up in there. Almost like she's trying. I want to help her if I can. Let me show you what I'm looking at. See the queen? I mean, I don't know if that's a queen wiggling around in there. Can't imagine if it's not a queen. I need a queen clip. I don't know what that is. If that's I guess I would be able to tell if I put it down and there's a lot of bees on it, but let's see what happens, what kind of impression they give me. I've seen 3 total. There's another one right there. That could have swarmed, honestly. The other queen could have definitely swarmed. And that could have been the swarm. And that's why I don't want to take all the queen cells away if they've already, their queen has swarmed. That queen has gotten up in there. If it is a queen, has gotten up in there. I can't tell. I mean, is she trying to chew through the top? Hey, if she were a queen, she'd be more popular. I mean, I can almost feel this bee trying to get out. Maybe it is a queen. Goodness gracious alive. What do? Do I set up a new colony with eggs and this? If I let her out, she's going to go, and then I'm not going to have her. Of course, I could take any of the other ones, but it's so interesting. Can you not back out? I'm trying to see if I can get her out. Oh. that bee? I mean, surely that's a virgin queen, but she can't turn around. I guess she's too long. I'm trying to, I could make a split and hope that that's what she is, because I can't imagine another bee crawled in there. All right, so I'm just going to put her down. And she's just wiggling around in there. All right, you guys watch her and I'll be right back. So as it turns out, she indeed was born on this day. A queen was born. So what I'm going to do, and there's a nurse bee, I believe, in there with her. I'm going to make a split with that colony and make this one with this virgin queen and see if I can get some eggs and brood out of this colony to make a home for her. This is the honey super. Might as well peek while we're here. I gave y'all a deep and you're filling it with nectar? I think they were trying to replace her. She's not laying very well. I wonder if I should just put that queen cell in here. I wonder how she'll react. I mean, I wonder how they'll react to her. Let's look. She's floating around in here. If they need a queen, they may like her. They'll smell her even though she's not mated. Let's just see what... See if they... Oh, well, she just got out. There she is. I just put her down in there. Well, there went that. Oh, gracious mercy. Okay. Since she's out. Sorry, bees. Do I take all this back in? I think I'll do a split another day.